Hi, I'm Keith from Yonderways. I'm getting ready to install the bee package that I just picked up down in Travelers Rest. First thing I'm going to do is spray them down with a little sugar water and take the feeder can out and the queen out and get the queen prepared for the hive.
Come on.
Are all the bees going to be scattered getting those flowers?
We'll see. This is Noelle, aka Press, as we call her on social media.
Hi guys, I'm a little scared, so don't bother me.
Okay, going back to Keith. This is the hive where the bees will be living. Keith, talk a little louder, please.
Alright, this is sometimes a little difficult to get out, but fry it up.
And what is this?
This is the sugar water that the bees were given to feed on in transit.
Where are these bees from?
I think they're from Georgia. I think that's what they were talking about, from Georgia.
And what kind of honeybees are these?
These are Italian honeybees.
Italian honeybees. And again, you're spraying what on them?
This is sugar water, which keeps them from flying, also gives them something to do so they can feed on the sugar water, really off of each other.
And what are you doing now? What is that?
This is where the queen is hanging inside the box in her queen cage.
I don't know if you can hear him. That is the tether to the queen. The queen is separate from the drones.
Are you going to let them out?
Gonna cut the queen tether off. Escape and kind of put back down in there.
Is that the queen's throne?
So what we have to do here is look at the queen to be sure she's healthy. You can see her in there. She's got a little dot on her head. It's a marked queen.
Oh, let me get in there and see if I can get her. Because there's other bees in there with her.
Those are the attendant bees.
How do they determine who's going to be an attendant bee?
Well, they put them in there so they can take care of her because she doesn't feed herself. She's a real queen. You see that? You just saw her.
Can you please show Noelle? She's driving me crazy.
See inside? The big bee inside? That's the queen.
Queen look okay?
She looks good.
By the way, we're not live. We're just videoing.
They're going to let them go? Why not let them go?
Soon.
So
Now, a little better. You can see her maybe better.
Is the bee dead?
She's the bigger one with the red dot on her back. And this end right here, this is candy. Basically, they put in the end. I take this cork out and I suspend this in the hive like this so that when the other bees eat through this candy, it gives them time to get used to the queen. Take this cork out.
Are you going to let them go?
Yes, ma'am.
And they can connect the flowers?
I'm doing something new this time for me that I read about. Suspending the queen on a hive with a rubber band. The place I got all my woodenware, Brushy Mountain Bee Company, this is what they recommend. So basically, the queen will be suspended in the hive like this, and the bees can feed her and get around her right here, and they can go in and eat the candy out of the top so they can get to her and release her. But it gives them time to get used to her. If you just let her go right away, they could attack her because she's got to spread her pheromones through the hive. So if you want to come over here and video this, basically what I'm doing is just suspending her in the hive after I've taken the cork out. You come over here and see this? So she's just suspended in the hive, and then they can eat through the top.
Can I see?
It's important the candy is always up because some of these attendant bees may die, and if you turn it down and they fall over the hole, she won't be able to get
Sorry.
out.
Bad videographer.
That is a candy.
And you got this hive new this year. Where did you get this hive?
Does she
From
do
Brushy
big,
Mountain bees.
Brushy Mountain Bees
Yep, in North Carolina.
in North
Let
Carolina.
them go. Just let them go.
And why didn't you get your hive from Brushy Mountain Bees?
Because it's in Moravian Falls and it's a long way.
So you just
Remember,
went down to.
We went over there once, but it's
I'm clarifying. You don't have to tell
several
me.
hours.
The hive.
Go
We're just
now.
doing one this year, and it's located. There's the apron we have. That's the guest cars for the apron. We have guests in this weekend, and it's
Let them
located.
go.
This is apple and pear trees, and you
Just
can see
let
where
them
it's in
go,
relation to
Poppy.
our house. Here's our house, our little cabin. I've been transplanting cinnamon ferns this morning down from.
Okay, now I'm spraying them down again with.
Okay, I'm coming around. I'm coming around. I'm coming around.
Let them go.
Here we go. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Stay back, sweetie. I'm spraying them down again with the sugar water.
Okay,
Just
putting
so
them in
they-
a sugar coma.
They don't fly as much. Spray some inside as well to get them all good and coated,
I guess it's kind of like bee crack.
pretty much. The only time they'll really sting you right now is if you mash them. So I'm trying to be careful not to.
There's bees loose everywhere.
There's bees loose everywhere. Okay,
So
get back here so I can
okay.
install
That
them.
back here.
Let me excuse the. Okay, we're gonna move back and.
Hey, watch me, Rob.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought you put the. Oh, we have. This is 3 pounds of bees, which is pretty close to 10,000 bees. It's 3 pounds is about thereabouts, between 9 and 10,000 bees.
Do I don't have to wear
Got
And
this
there's-
on the smallest opening here, and the extra ones can come out and go in the opening.
Now, and Keith, let's talk about the.
Do I don't have to wear this?
Talk about the.
Do I don't have to wear
Just
this?
wear it until they've all calmed down, okay?
Why do I don't have to wear? Why do I have to wear this?
To protect yourself from getting stung. Mimi and Pocky are not being very smart. Keith,
Yes, ma'am.
let's talk about the forms. These come. People think that bees make the honeycomb.
Well, they can.
But let's talk about show them the
This
form.
this is it's called the foundation. Basically, these are super frames. It's got a wax coating on a plastic. This is what I used last time, and this is what I'm using now.
Well, this seems like a real short beehive stack. Explain the different levels. Why is it so short when other people have really tall beehives?
Some people use larger frame or boxes. I'm using all mediums. Makes it simpler. You're consistent. Basically, I'm putting the hives in now. I've got to be careful not to crush the bees. Push them together.
And there's bees swarming all around us.
Can
Yes.
I go to the park for a little bit, please?
Can you go where?
To the park for a little bit.
To the park.
Please.
This is a park, babe. Go play in your mud kitchen.
No,
Alright.
that's not the park. I'm talking about McDonald's. I want to get something at McDonald's.
Here, Noel.
Please.
You want to hold him? This one won't sting you. This is a drone bee. Drone bees have no stinger. See how big it is? It almost looks like a queen. You can hold him. He won't sting you. Here, give him your hand.
I thought drones were aren't they the girl bees?
Okay.
The girls are the worker bees.
He's a drone, so he doesn't have a stinger.
What's the drone do?
They're protectors of the hive.
But they don't
Workers.
sting.
Nope, they don't have stingers.
Look at Mimi.
Wow, look at that.
You can take a picture of him.
Don't we hope Pucky's right?
Hmm.
Okay, what are you doing now?
Okay, this is my feeder. This is a in-hive
What is he doing?
feeder. Got sugar water in it.
How much did that sugar water cost?
Hey, here you go, Poppy.
It's about 5 pounds of sugar and water. So, not a lot.
So, and you've got to feed them all year?
No. Probably this is all for now, maybe in the winter time, but for now,
Here, Pocky. Pocky.
this works fine.
Here, Pocky.
You can keep him as a pet.
Can I also bring him inside?
No, you can't. Pocky, get that bee from her.
Okay.
Why?
Okay, what are you doing now?
Okay, I'm putting another hive body on to cover the
Get
feeder.
that bee off me!
This is a top cover. Which has a hole in it. Usually there's an upper entrance, but I close it up now because you don't want other bees that are native bees coming and getting.
What
Okay,
did it just do on me?
nothing.
Did it make honey on me?
No, it didn't make honey on you, sweetie.
It sure looks like poop.
Oh, it could have pooped on you.
Okay, we're finished. That's all.
That's it?
That's it. So,
Okay.
in a few days, 3 to 4 days, I'll go in and check to be sure the queen's been released. If she hasn't been released, I'll have to release her, but probably she will be. Almost immediately, the bees will start getting the sugar water from here. They'll come out in the yard. Since the weather's nice and it's warm, they'll be flying around looking for places for pollen and for nectar. They'll also find a water source, which the pond's close. They'll find the pond so they can get everything they need to build a comb. As soon as they start building comb, the queen will start laying. When that happens, once the bottom box gets almost full of the brood, I'll put another box on for brood. So we got 2 boxes for brood. Then above that's when they start producing honey that we can harvest.
That we can take.
The
But
honey in the bottom, in
is
the brood
theirs.
chamber, and the honey chambers in the bottom, the first 2, that's for the bees. So we're done.
Okay. So long, folks. Well, can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.